The government has approved the sale of the Royal Mail's parent company to the Czech billionaire Daniel Kretinsky. It's understood that the deal worth £3.6 billion will be formally announced later this morning.
The firm was established in the 16th century and privatised a decade ago. Ministers, though, will still have a say in how it's run. Our business editor Simon Jack has the story.
The first owner of Royal Mail was Henry VIII. It was privatised in 2013, and its next owner will be this man, Daniel Kretinsky, whose companies own 27% of West Ham United and 10% of Sainsbury's. Speaking to the BBC earlier this year, he vowed he would honour the one price goes anywhere universal service.
I can say very clearly one strong personal commitment. First of all, as long as I'm alive, I completely exclude this. Royal Mail is going to be the provider of universal service obligation in the UK, unconditionally, and I would say forever.
But that service is already under review by regulator Ofcom, which is considering reducing second-class letters to every other weekday, which is estimated will save Royal Mail £300 million a year. His £3.6 billion bid was called in for review over the summer, as Royal Mail is considered vital national infrastructure. And Mr. Kretinsky also owns a gas pipeline that carries much reduced volumes of Russian gas to Europe, paid for and approved by EU member states. There are some conditions Mr. Kretinsky has agreed to. The government will reserve the right to block any major moves, such as moving Royal Mail's HQ or tax residency, while workers will get a 10% share of any dividends paid out in future, plus extended guarantees around future compulsory redundancies. Government and unions feel comfortable, but others do not.
The major issue that the government has to confront is the national security implications in relation to our national infrastructure. As I say, they have more information than I have, but my instincts would be to err on the side of caution when you have a business interest with very close links to Russia.
Customers may notice little difference immediately. Royal Mail has been losing money and missing delivery targets for which it was fined £10 million just last week. In the future, Mr. Kretinsky plans to expand Royal Mail's out-of-home parcel delivery business with thousands of new lockers like these, which he insists will offer greater efficiency and convenience. A new chapter beckons for one of the UK's oldest institutions. Simon Jack, BBC News.
Well, Ben is out at a Royal Mail super hub in Northamptonshire for us this morning. Morning, Ben. So what do we know about this takeover and what might it mean for the business and all of us who use it?
Well, that is the crucial question, isn't it? I suppose the hope is that this deal will improve a service that, for many people, feels like it's really been lacking. We saw that in those missed delivery targets. For example, it's meant to get 93% of first-class post delivered within one working day. Last year, it only achieved that for less than 75%. So the hope is this deal will improve the service. It's also got much more expensive to send post. For example, a first-class stamp now £1.65. And the problem for the organisation is that despite those price rises, it is an organisation that last year lost more than £400 million. And so they're looking to this Czech billionaire to turn things around. So there will be some changes. We don't know exactly what they'll be yet, but it's because they're needed for the company to survive. He has made pledges that one price goes anywhere in the UK service will continue, known as the universal service obligation, although Ofcom is reviewing how stringent that obligation will be in the future. There have also been promises to keep the brand and Royal Mail's headquarters fixed in the UK for at least 5 years. And interestingly, a commitment for no compulsory redundancies until 2025. But of course, that's only a matter of weeks away, 2025. So we'll perhaps get a little more detail about all of that once the deal is signed, sealed and delivered.